50. 57 to Mike.
Here we go, 47.
57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Danny. Check. Fresno.
General West.
Hey, watch it.
No. Off.
SOS. Big rip.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes.
Check 50. Check.
Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Yes.
Watch 55. You got double up.
Bam.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
60 outlaw.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
There you go,
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Hey, kill.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
And they're picking up right where they left off of the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Watch this, say, stand up. Hey.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Stop your whining.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. Hey, lock it. Come on, G. Go.
Check 49.
Snap.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Hey!
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Elliott. Antoine Bethea, the leading tackler among NFL safeties last year, in on the tackle again there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Go. Crouch.
Check nine.
Hey, orbit. Ready.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
All right, here we go. Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, check mine. Watch 55. Push him back. Look, squeeze.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete into the hands of A.J. Derby. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the double.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Look at me, zipper. Me. I got this. Let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's pick it up.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This is Gallman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 12, Jones, throw left side, complete to Ingram. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
55's my guy, 55. I'm scared.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Austin. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second down, it's Pollard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I know you ain't got it.
2nd and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. work on positioning the football and helping their team.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Kill. 47.
Mike, 57. Quit talking about it.
Kill.
Big air.
47. 26.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. They'll set up the screen to Elliott, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Matchbox lights.
Line 55. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55.
Let's get the smoke.
Back to throw. Jones. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. If this is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run it with Morris. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Alfred Morris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Go.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Hey, Haywood.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
5.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Here's Austin. Look at the spin.
Balance.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Dallas.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Elliott. And an out. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Gallman, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now Gallman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Rock it.
Check. Lucky.
Go. Now.
Go. Check.
Jones operating from the gun. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey.
Switch.
Hey, high 7.
He's back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Zoo.
Check right. Watching your 5. Watch a slant.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 26. Mike 55.
In your face.
Fire.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they will take a knee here.
There we go. Go right in. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the run. They're running it.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So